Name's Omega Life 21, hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet, and you are now viewing a live Eisenman interview from the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey. And I'm here with the Reverend Dr. William J Iseman, and we are reading very hard-hitting newspaper articles, recent newspaper articles. Okay, sir, you have another one?
In April, remember, the federal government advised citizens not to eat raw alfalfa sprouts.
Really?
While earlier in the year, we were warned against pistachios and peanut butter. If it seems like these public health alerts are being issued more frequently, they are. According to the FDA, there were 214 food recalls in 2006, 247 in 2007, 310 in 2008. But good manufacturers say that's a good thing. It may look like the food supply is getting less safe, but it actually means that we're getting better at detecting the outbreaks.
Yeah, right.
Says Dr. Robert Brackett, Chief Science and Regulatory Affairs Officer for the Grocery Manufacturers Association.
Yeah, Brackett.
Figures from the Centers for Disease Control
I like it.
and Prevention seem to support Brackett's conclusion. Despite the increase in food recalls in the last several years, the number of food-borne illnesses has plateaued. Dr. David Atchison, the FDA's Associate Commissioner for Food Safety, says the agency is becoming more aggressive. Ooh, I'm so afraid of the FDA.
Yeah.
So aggressive. Against who?
Bunch of
the
whores.
consumer or the business people?
Huh.
More aggressive about identifying health hazards before any illness is reported. If we have a concern about a product, we're trying to get out in front of it, Atchison said. In the pistachio recall, for instance, the nuts were removed from the shelves before anyone got sick. But some lawmakers worry that the FDA still isn't doing enough, and they are working on a bill to toughen regulations. The legislation would require food manufacturers to closely track the distribution of their products, while the FDA would have to make more frequent visits to food manufacturing plants. The globalization of the food supply poses further challenges. With more stops from farm to fork, there is a greater chance of contamination. The FDA recently opened offices in India and China to keep an eye on food producers there.
Oh, China? Mainland China?
Yeah.
They better keep an eye on them.
They're afraid.
The tainted Republic of China? Did you say food to fork?
Food to fork.
I don't want to misinterpret what word you used.
Farm to fork.
Oh, farm to fork. It's like go fork yourself. You mean fork? Okay.
From farm to table.
From farm to table.
You know, same thing.
Yeah, because some people use chopsticks. Some people use their hands. Some cultures use their hands. That's disgusting.
Actually, a lot of people save chopsticks.
I do. They make excellent stirring devices.
I mean, they save them. They collect them.
Collect them?
Yes. They do not use them. They collect them. The good news is that thanks to advances in surveillance technology, CDC is able to track the genetic fingerprint of foodborne illnesses nationwide, allowing the FDA to warn Americans about potential health risks more quickly. Even with increased oversight, the FDA warns some food recalls are inevitable. It's not possible to be inspecting and testing every food item. You simply cannot do it.
Well, the FDA has all kinds of bullshit that they spew out and excuses and everything. What it comes down to is if their palms are greased heavily enough,
they don't inspect.
They have a blind. They turn their cheek and they have a blind eye to many of the shenanigans that are going on in the food industry, and that includes importing very cheaply manufactured with no quality control from mainland China This is free market capitalism.
Business.
This is the right-wing version of free market capitalism. Okay, anything that's good for business is good for them. They used to say what's good for business is good for the country. Not true, because trickle-down economics was a lie.
Last 8
Never
years
happened.
proved that wrong, right?
8 years under Bush, yeah. Siphon up economics, the devil's economics is what it's called, not trickle down. Reagan, if your spirit is hovering around somewhere.
I'm here. I'm here.
Well, what did he used to say? Well, I don't recall. Reagan, we got proof here that you really screwed up. Well, I don't recall what you're saying.
I have Alzheimer's.
He has Alzheimer's.
I have a good excuse.
What old man Bush used to say, was it 1,000 points of light, no new tax, read my lips, no new taxes, 1,000 points of light, right? Anyway.
Britain's cuckoo bird,
Speaking of, right?
known for its distinctive call, is in danger of extinction. Along with 51 other species,
This
the
is sad.
Royal Society for the Protection of Birds said on Thursday. Spokesman Tim Webb said the cuckoo and other birds that visit Britain.
You sure they don't visit Washington?
They're in Washington.
The Senate, yeah, the Blue Dog Democrats and the right-wing senators.
They have nests in the Congress.
Yeah, and a lot of bird shit too.
The cuckoo and other birds that visit Britain.
I can't do the bird call. I don't know the cuckoo's call.
I don't either. That's why they should have said.
It's
what
not
it
the cuckoo
like.
clock stuff. I made in Germany, Bavaria. Cuckoo. It might be.
Anyway, these birds, when they visit in the summer, have suffered population loss, largely due to a decrease in food and water supply in sub-Saharan Africa, from which they migrate. The society said the cuckoo population in Britain has declined 37% since 1994.
Wow. I really feel bad about this because I'm an animal lover, and one of the saddest things you can hear is extinction or an animal becoming an endangered species or threatened species due to humans, which are the most vile creature in the universe.
Of course, I wouldn't mind
Selfishness.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bunch of insects go extinct.
Yeah, like mosquitoes and cockroaches. We got to take a break? Okay, we got to take several second break here.